Okay, I hope everyone is doing well. Today is a special Zoom. I just felt it will be quite, significant to be able to share with you about this uh, ASTER, right? ASTER token. And but the thing is that I don't want the team to just go and buy however you want to buy, right? So it will be good if you have a strategy. So today we're going to talk about the DCA, some strategies. But before that, I'm going to give you some insight into um, how you can do the analysis, right? Or you can actually basically compare data and so on. Okay, I think that is going to be critical because if you don't really do study of the project, then if you are going into a coin and so on, then you really need to know the background, right? You really need to know the strength, the tokenomics of the coin and so on, not just buy because you saw somebody make millions or hundreds of thousands, right? So this is where normally, right, the problem that we see with a lot of people because they go and buy and then they started to see rug pull or the price actually continuously going down, and then they don't know what to do, right? Then you are actually basically at a point that you need to give up, or you have to basically sell those coin at loss and so on, right? So we don't want to do that. Okay, so the focus of today's special session here will be, definitely I want to introduce you to Esther, but but apart from that, right, I want you to learn what I'm doing, right? I want you to learn, because if you can learn yourself, then you can basically do you can basically discover some of these token that is available, that has a potential for growth. Okay, and then you can position yourself for the wealth transfer. So always remember, right, we don't care about how good the coin is and so on. At the end of it, we want to know the potential for a growth potential. If there is no growth potential, you don't want to put your money there, right? So that is something I think that is very critical, that we're going to look at together. Okay, and then I'm going to basically give you some tools. Okay, I'm going to share with you some spreadsheet. I'm going to also do some hands-on how to set up your wallet, all right, and then how to basically add the token. Okay, add the token. There are many things that you need to consider, or you need to check or verify before you actually add the tokens and so on. And thereafter, we're going to basically send some USDT over and then do the swap and see whether we can actually acquire those tokens, right? So I'm going to show you hands-on. Okay, today we will do some practical hands-on together. And since this is recorded, so you can watch, this recorded video, right? Again and again until you understand how to get all these things done, all right? So I think that this will be probably a very, very valuable session. You can learn a lot of things, and also take some time to understand. And if you have any questions, do reach out. Okay, do ask me if you have any question later on. All right. Okay, great. Just make sure. Okay, I'm audible. Put up there in the chat room. You can even put your name and the country that you are representing. I think we have about 2 minutes, and then I will get started. Okay, I believe those of you are here, you will be able to benefit more compared to those who are going to watch later on, right? So in the manner that you need to, if you want to ask any question, please do so, right? So that will be really great. Okay. All right, awesome. Now, if you guys are ready, just put up there in the chat room, yes, so that I know you are ready. So we will get going, all right? Yep. Thank you so much. You know that this is a very rare session. Okay, I don't usually want to do this kind of session, but this is a very rare session because I'm going to basically share with you some practical techniques. All right, some practical techniques, some practical insight. When come to selection of the tokens, and many other related matters along this way, okay? But the most important thing, I think, is going to be the DCA part of it, okay? So a lot of people are paying for this kind of stuff, but today, right, for JD Wealth community, right, this is a gift, okay? This is a gift, a bonus for you guys. You know, those of you are going to, those of you are here online, and also those going to watch this session later on, okay? But please understand, all right, what I'm trying to do here is that I'm just basically sharing with you this opportunity that you can basically seize if you want to. There is no obligation, okay? And also please understand, I don't have any personal interest in this token, okay? Please understand. So I'm just basically also doing DCA, just like investor, just like you guys. So I don't have any personal interest. I don't have any referral link to share with you, nothing, right? So it is basically up to you if you want to you know, if you want to learn and you want to basically take advantage of it. If you don't want, there is no obligation, okay? But it is good to learn, right? It is good to learn some of this technique so that you are basically equipped and empowered. You can basically use this technique for your own, you know, for your own self, okay? If you want to basically identify some of these coins and so on, okay? All right, so that will be the main focus of us, okay, gathering here today, okay? So just take note of that. Okay, while I'm doing that, I'm also basically watching the market because you know that suddenly everything is down. Can you see that? As I mentioned, guys, Bitcoin has to hold 110. If 110 breaks, I think Bitcoin will basically have more downside, all right? And also, I believe that the stock market is also basically coming down. So looks like it's preparing, because please understand, the greater the deep, the bigger the leap upside, all right? The greater the deep, the bigger the leap upside. So the more the corrections, the more the deep, the deeper the correction, right? The greater the potential of the price, okay, we can be expecting, right? So that is something, you know, that you need to take note of it. So every dip is an opportunity for you to buy. That's the reason why a DCA is the best thing to do. All right, the best thing to do when price is coming down. Okay, so so we're going to look into that together. Okay, all right, great. I think we are just nice. Okay, the timing. Let's get started. Let's get going. Right. Okay. Let me just share with you guys my slide. Okay. Okay. Now, as usual, okay, what I will do, the format is very simple. I'm going to basically share with you some insight, and then I'm going to guide you step by step. Okay. Now, along the way, if you have any questions, you are free to raise your hand. All right, raise your hand. You know, or put that question in the chat. I will try to look, you know, at that question if I'm able to. Okay. Once I stop the presentation, okay, I will take a look. But when I'm doing the hands-on practical, right, I will definitely basically communicate with you, okay? But just make sure, guys, if you are ready, right, just make sure you are also ready to do the practical together with me, or else it is fine. You can watch the video later on to do those practical things, right? Okay, great. Now, what I really want to cover today, or as I mentioned, right, is as a special session just for our team, because I think that some of you can take advantage of this opportunity, which is basically a very, very new launch pad, right? Which is basically a next generation perpetual DEX. Now, please understand, right? The reason I'm personally interested, because perpetual decentralized exchange is what we are doing. We are basically doing futures trading. So perpetual is actually a futures trading, right? So there is no spot trading here. It's a futures trading. And also, right, please understand, if you look into the trend, okay, in South Korea, I think they already started trading competition, okay, trading game. Okay, they are basically gamifying trading. I think I did spoke about this before, right? When we were doing the JD Wealth Maker, you know, when I was teaching you guys that we want to gamify trading, right? So I think we have about leverage 1001. Okay, just imagine, okay, we are doing 100x. There is now 1001x leverage where they are using in South Korea. So if you go and go to the YouTube, right? Just go and check it out. Trading game. Okay, they are basically competing against each other, but it is live. Okay, it is live, and there are winners, there are losers, and so on. So it's very, very exciting with 1001x. Okay, can you just imagine how fast is that? So absolutely. Okay, for this kind of competition tradings, which is live, you need to have a very, very high leverage so that your position can move very, very fast and so on. Okay, so these are interesting things that we are looking into, guys. So these are new emerging markets that is opening up. All right, new emerging markets. So that's why I think CZ, right, the CEO of Binance, basically is the owner of Binance. So the CEO of Binance envisioned that the future will be decentralized exchanges. There will be less and less centralized exchanges, and these decentralized exchanges are going to be the key. I think we're going to have more and more. So what we are seeing here now is basically, just imagine, right, that we have someone who is backing this project, none other than the Binance Lab, Binance Lab, which is owned by CZ himself. And just imagine, right, anything that is basically backed by someone like him, all right, has a huge potential. All right, has a huge potential because they have certain, they have certain criteria, but they also have a certain plan, okay, certain strategy, because they want to dominate the market. All right, so ASTER is basically a brainchild, okay, of Binance, and they're going to use this to dominate the market. Okay, so later I will explain to you they are dominating who. Okay, because this is so important for Binance. All right, because they have to dominate the market and continue to control the market. Okay, so this is important. So why I'm sharing you this background, this insight, because you must know, if you know this is the emerging market and you actually follow the trail of money. So this is what we call follow the money. All right. So if the money is going to flow into this, right, then you just have to follow and just do whatever you need to do, and the wealth will be coming to look for you because you have already positioned yourself. So it's like, you know already, right? The waterfall, the water is going to come. All that you need to do is stand at a place, position yourself so that the waterfall, right? When the water begin to come down, it comes to you. You don't have to go up there to look for the source of the water. All right. So this is a very, very important insight, okay, that I want everyone to understand. So this is the next generation perpetual decentralized exchanges. So I don't want any one of you to go and trade here yet. All right. We do not need to do that yet. Okay. But I just want you to know that these decentralized exchanges already exist and people are already trading. There are millions and millions tradings are going on there. So I have not explored it, and I don't want anyone to take any risk to go and trade that. We will still, stick with Bitget, because we already been using Bitget and so on. Okay. So if you want to go and check out this exchange, this website, this is the website address. Okay. asterdex.com. You can go and check it out. So what I want to do in this tutorial or in this session, right, we're going to, as I mentioned, right, a quick introduction, background, or some comparison, because there are competitors already started this even before ASTER. So why did Binance, okay, are so concerned about pushing ASTER now? Okay, because there are certain reasons, right? As I mentioned to you, the market capitalization is going to be significant for Binance to stay relevant. All right. So next, I'm going to just quickly share with you DCA, right? Dollar cost averaging technique. So now, please understand, this is what I do. All right. So I'm just going to share with you what I do. All right. That's what I'm telling you, right? Those who watch this video and those of you who are here, this is going to be one of the most powerful, valuable lessons, because I am going to share with you what I actually do, how I do the DCA, and so on. Okay. So you can basically get the first-hand information here and also the hands-on tutorial later on. Okay. So I'm going to share with you the spreadsheet. Okay. You need to establish the spreadsheet or the log activity for the DCA. All right, and then I'm going to go through the practical guide to acquire ASTER. So I'm going to show you how to set up the Trust Wallet, verify the contract address and how to add the token, and then how to transfer your fund and then start to acquire the token from the Trust Wallet. Okay. Now, so this is, as I mentioned, right? This is going to be exciting. So, stand by, okay, and make sure that you are attentive and make sure that you ask me any question for clarification later on. Okay. All right. Okay. Now, first thing first, right, is the comparison. So you can see that, okay, as I mentioned to you earlier, right, we already have a few other DEX exchanges already, right? So one of the first one, okay, that actually came up with this is Hyperliquid. So I think most of you would have already heard Hyperliquid. Hyperliquid market cap has already basically hit about market cap, I think they are already about 40 to 50 billion. All right. So currently the price is coming down. So the market cap is actually dropping. So now please understand, right? Hyperliquid is actually one of the powerful emerging decentralized perpetual exchange. And it is already starting to basically control the market capitalization. And because they started to control the market capitalization, that is affecting some of these big exchanges, especially Binance. So now, in order to play this game and in order to basically, take back this, market capitalization, Binance has now to think a way how to do it, right? So they have what they call incubators. They have their own, launch pad. And this is where ASTER actually came on board. So you can see that, okay? This is basically a multi-chain. So the blue color is my concern, okay? The rest of it, later on, you can read it through. I just want to go through, the blue color, right? So this is the current price, okay? You can see they're already about $45 to $60. I think currently probably 43, 42 because the price is coming down, all right? So, but Hyperliquid started somewhere in November. Okay, they launched in November, and then ASTER is around September. Now we do have another competitor, Aventis. Now please understand that Aventis is also another very very profound, significant project, and this project is backed by Coinbase. So you can see the big players, right? The Coinbase. Armstrong, all right, Coinbase, then we got Binance. But for Hyperliquid, these are backed by private investors and, venture capitalists and so on, okay? So you can see the big, right? The big, which is Coinbase, and also Binance is basically understand the market capitalization, and they are using this project to basically, to take control or dominate the market. All right, so this is something that you need to really understand. So these are the three that stands out, and these are the three that is now competing against each other. Okay, so please understand that my focus will be ASTER, right? So I'm just giving you the comparison here, and please understand there is a lot of efforts that you need to do if you really are serious about getting into this kind of business. You need to really get all the data and do the comparison before you even decide to put your money or you want to do the DCA, all right? But the thing is that the good news, I've already done this for you. So what you need to do, make sure you read through all these things and understand it, okay? That is the most important. So ASTER is a multi-chain perpetual DEX with enemy-free claim. Dark pool. Now, dark pool is very interesting. You can see that only ASTER has a dark pool. Dark pool means it's an invisible order. So that simply means that anyone can trade. They can even have a big lot size, and their orders actually cannot be detected by any of the on-chain data analytics and so on. Now, can you just imagine that? Okay, so that is interesting, right? Because if I'm going to trade $1 million, right, I don't want anyone to know that I'm going to trade $1 million. So now just imagine, right, who do you think will come on board here to trade this big amount? The institutions, right? The institutions, the private traders and so on, right? They will come here to trade because they don't want this on-chain data to know that they are trading. So this is something really huge that is only unique for ASTER. Can you see that? Can others follow that? I think they can if they want to, but it's always about who is the first one, right? So now they got an aggressive leverage 1001. We want to try one day, okay? How to trade with 1001x. We are now even struggling with 40x, 50x, how to go. But as I mentioned to you, this is used for the competition. Okay, like the South Korea, now the competition is going on. They are using high leverage because a competition you cannot wait, okay? You need something that moves very, very volatile and very, very fast, right? So that is basically what is happening, right? Now, in terms of their revenues and so on, these are the differences. Okay, but if you look into the token utility and incentive, right? They have if you look into it, one of the important things, if you really want something that is long term, there must be a buyback. All right, there must be a buyback. That means that they need to buy back the token and burn the token. All right, like what happened to Binance. You can see that Binance model, okay? Binance started with 10 cents, but every quarter they actually buy back the supply and they will burn it. So when they buy back the supply and they burn it, what happened to them? What happens to the circulating supply? The circulating supply will actually reduce, and this is where we call deflationary. So they create a deflationary model. So although, yes, if you look into it, right, big community, they have huge airdrop. It doesn't matter. That is how they start. They give huge airdrop because they want to bring in as many user base as possible, right? They want to bring in. But later on, probably after 3 months, 6 months, what is going to happen is that they might start to buy back and start to burn all this excessive circulating supply that is in the market. All right, now, whenever you find a project that has a buyback, that is awesome because that means that we are talking about deflationary model, right? So in that way, the token value will actually increase over time. Okay, so this is going to be really interesting, right? So as I mentioned to you, backers are basically Yeezy Lab. This is Binance. They're strong, high profile associates. Now, the other thing I also want you to know, I think about 95% of the supply is actually controlled by Binance. So that means that Binance is very serious. They are controlling the supply to make sure that there is no manipulation. So you may be hearing, right, some rumors saying that there are only 1 or 2 people who control the big supply. Yes, that rumor is true. All right, and some people may think that if there's only 1 or 2 supply, then it's dangerous because they can dump the price. But not in this case, because please understand, all right, Binance or CZ will never want to put their face into a project if that project fails. Can you get me? So they want to control in such a way that so that there is no manipulation and so on. And in this manner, right, we could actually see gradual value add to the token price and so on. Okay, so these are some of the quick information that you just need to know, and then you can just go through and read all these comparisons that I'm putting up here in this presentation. Okay, but at the end of it, right, whatever you say, right, the focus is always the potential growth. So if I am an investor, if I want to come on board and if I want to actually acquire ASTER, right, I want to know what is the potential growth. Okay, now to look into it, right, you can see currently, okay, Hyperliquid market cap. Hyperliquid is now number 11 in the coin market cap. They are currently, the price is about $42, and their market cap is about 14 billions. Right? And ASTER is just launched. Just look at it. They are now 36. Their price is about $2. All right. And their market cap is around 3.34 billion. Now, if you look into the potential, right, there is a growth of about 4.29x. All right. They can grow by 4 point. That means that from $2, their price can actually come to about $8. $8.67 if ASTER market cap actually hit 14 billion. That's what I meant. Okay. So just imagine, right? It is actually about 4 over X. So now, just to give an understanding, right? If I have 1,000 ASTER, right? If I have 1,000 ASTER, and if ASTER price is about $8, that will be about 8,670, right? Now, if I have a 10,000, that is about 86,700. Now, that is massive, right? So if you start to accumulate, slowly you start to grow your holdings of ASTER, right? And if ASTER price hit $8, all right, just give about $8, right? What do you think will be your net worth by then? Okay, so this is what we are concerned about. Now, can the price go even greater than that? High likely, yes, right? But the price can go to $10, $20. We never know. Okay, we never know. Okay, and we also don't know how long will this take. But the thing is that if more and more community are coming into the decentralized exchanges, the more community are starting to buy, institutions starts to come on board, then the growth is going to accelerate. So that is the reason why you can see that their market cap already closed, okay, actually. So high likely, okay, because now is the competition, right? It's basically competition between these two giants. So a lot of activities are going on to pull the customer from Hyperliquid into ASTER. All right, so Hyperliquid basically currently is being challenged, right? It's been challenged. So this is the scenario of what is really happening. Okay, so I hope you get me, right? I hope you understand. So these are important background, comparative analysis, and also the potential growth that we are looking at. So now, just have in your mind, okay, let's say around $8, right? Or around $10, right? This is the target price that we are looking at. So how many coins do you need? All right, do you need in order to achieve your target? So if your target is $10,000 within the next 6 months, if your target is $100,000 within the next 6 months, then you can calculate how many coin I need to start to purchase. All right. So this is basically how you think. All right. This is how the strategic thinking should be. Rather than just going in and buy and then you don't have your target goal, right? Then you are basically just aimless. All right. So you have to be definite with your goal and how you want to go about it. Okay. All right. So that is very, very important. Now, let's look into the DCA, right? Let's look into the DCA. So this is basically the DCA spreadsheet, right? So before you even want to buy the token, make sure you have already created a log, okay, a DCA log or a spreadsheet. All right, that is important. Now, when you want to do that, you need to decide the following before you proceed with the DCA. Number one, amount in USDT. So what is the amount that you want to buy? Fix the amount. All right, fix the amount. Okay, this is very, very important. All right. Number two, duration. Do you want to do DCA daily, weekly, or monthly? So you have to fix all these things. You cannot change along the way. Right? You have to fix and you follow through according to your plan. This is the most important thing. The reason why so many people are failing because they plan well. They plan 100%, but they only do 20%. They don't follow through their plan until it is complete. That is the reason why many people don't do well in crypto. All right. So you decide the duration. Number three, fix the purchase day and time. So if you say depends on the duration. So if you say weekly, so maybe it will be on Monday, let's say 2 o'clock. All right, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So you decide. If you want to do daily, then you can say every day you want to do at what time? Maybe 12 midnight after your children sleep, whatever. So you have your free time and that is the time that you want to do. So it's up to you, right? But these are the things that you need to definitely decide. This is the most important thing, right? And last but not least, as the price. Now, you purchase at any price. You do not need to time the market because we are doing DCA. So you don't care what is the price, okay? So if you say, I want to buy $10 every Monday at 2 o'clock, you just buy at 2 o'clock, whatever the price. Can you understand me? That is what is needed here when you talk about DCA, Okay, so now, so this is the DCA activity spreadsheet or the log. It's a sample. Okay, I'm not what to say. I'm not giving you anything that is it's a sample. So you need to use the sample. You need to create. You go back to your own Excel file. You create your own spreadsheet and so on. Okay, but I'm just giving you a sample how it's going to look like. Okay. Now, as I mentioned, right. Now, please understand. Okay, when come to the crypto, right, don't plan something 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years. Okay, you do not need to do that because you can only do that for Bitcoin, but not for all these coins. All right, now what I will say is that maybe have a short-term plan 3 to 6 months first, or you have a mid-term plan 6 to 12 months. That's all. You do not need a long-term plan yet. All right, so just do a short term and try to make as much money first. All right, that is what I'm trying to say. Okay, but we do not know, right? Will $8 arrive in 6 months or 10 months? Nobody knows. All right, no one knows, right? So these are speculative. Okay, speculative asset. There is no definite answer where the price is going to go. Okay, so just understand that. So just decide you want to roughly go for 6 months or 12 months. I think that will be the best. Okay, so once you decide that, then you actually come up with your own spreadsheet. Okay, but these are the content, these are the proposed content of the spreadsheet. Okay, so example, right? I have written here, I want to purchase $10 every week on Monday at 12 a.m. for 6 months. So make sure you write these things, okay? As I mentioned to you, everything must be done consciously. So that shows that you are serious about wealth building, okay? So, and DCA is done by who? Please put your name there. So this is your spreadsheet. Probably it will be in your whiteboard or it will be on your, on your laptop or your desktop. It doesn't matter, right? So make sure it is there. So all that you need the purchase date, you need the purchase time, you need the ASTER price at the point of that purchase. So, and what is the quantity, total ASTER that you have purchased, and the total cumulative, right? Cumulative means you take the day 1 plus day 2. Can you see? Day 1 is 4.16. Day 2 is 4.7. So total is 8.9. 8.9 plus day 3 is 14. 14 plus day 4 is 18. 18 plus day 5 is 28. So this is your cumulative. So you know what is the total amount of ASTER that you have already purchased. Now, please understand, we are not concerned about USDT here, okay? The goal is for you to acquire as much ASTER as possible. But you are not going to acquire one shot. You are doing a DCA. All right? You are doing a DCA. So you follow the DCA. All right? You follow the DCA. Can you see that? So that is basically the idea. Okay. All right. Now, based on the above example, right? The final cumulative of ASTER at the end of DCA will be 28. Now, this is an example. Okay. Remember, if you are doing for 6 months, then you will have the data for 6 months. If you are doing for 3 months, you have the data for 3 months. And it all depends whether you are going to purchase how much. All right, like this example, I'm only purchasing about $10, right? $10. See that? So these are the amount that I'm actually getting if I purchase $10. If you purchase $100, then the amount will be different. Okay. So now this is the total. So at the end of 6 months, you know already what is the total amount of ASTER that you have already acquired. Okay. Now total investment, you can see the total I have invested, right? Basically will be about 50, right? $50 because it is 5, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I mentioned to you, I want to purchase $10 every day, right? In this example, I'm doing every day. So means I have already actually invested $50 only. But an average ASTER price, right? So you can see an average. So the average will be, if you take A, all right, all the 5 and divide by 5, right? You total up all the 5 and you divide by 5, you get an average of 1.92. Now, can you see if you buy, let's say $2.40 and you go and buy $100, $1,000, right? Imagine, right? You're going to pay more compared to doing a DCA. Your average cost is only 1.92. All right. So in this manner, right, you do not, you are actually safeguarded from any kind of fluctuation in the market. Okay. Now, so let's say, right, at the end of the DCA, the price of ASTER coin is $10 per unit. So you do the DCA. Just a moment. I think we have. Oh, okay. JD export, right? Add order. Okay, so so at the end, right? At the end of 6 months, at the end of 1 year, right? You realize that, hey, the price now is $10 or the price is $8, right? Whatever your price target is, right? So now what you can see in this example, right? $10 times 20. So I already have 28 ASTER been accumulated. So the value of that, the value now will be 287. Can you see that? So now, how much did I actually invested? I only invested $50. So that simply means my total profit that I've gained is around 237. That is about 474% just by doing a simple DCA. Can you see that? But please understand, this is just a sample. Okay, I'm not giving you anything actual here. It's just a sample so you can see and understand how this DCA works. Right now, any question before I proceed? Any question? Anything you want to clarify? Anything you want to ask me before we proceed? So far, so good. Put up that in the chat room, or if you want to ask me question, you can raise your hand. That will be great. Are we good, guys? Come on, I need to make sure you guys communicate with me, or else it seems like I'm talking on my own, okay? Are we all good? So far, so good? Please put in the chat room. Okay, great. Dr. Iloka. All right. Anyway, yes. Okay, great. Any question? All good, right? Clear? Okay. Okay, great. Awesome. Just want to make sure, if anything you are not clear, please ask me, because I don't want you to, to be confused, okay? Because I'm trying to make things so simple. The last slide, okay? You won't have the slide, but you will have the presentation, okay? So this is the slide, right? Okay. Okay, great, awesome. All right, now please understand, you will have the you will have this in the YouTube, okay? So you can watch this and you can pause, you can do whatever. So you can even copy and put into your spreadsheet. Do whatever, guys. Do whatever. I'm giving these things, okay, as a gift, as a bonus. I want you to capture the understanding of this. This is the most important. Capture the understanding, the technique, how this is done. Very important. See, the problem is that many people want to buy a token, but they don't have a strategy, right? They don't have a proper method or technique how to do it. So you are aimless. You don't know. At the end of it, after 6 months, you realize that, hey, how much did I buy this last time? Huh? Did you realize that? And you don't know what you're actually doing, right? So it's just a waste of time, guys. Don't do that, okay? You see, if you really want to see wealth coming to you, you must do it consciously. Okay, you must do it consciously, because your consciousness of your mind, the consciousness of your heart actually opens up the universe. There's something happen when you write things down. Can you understand me? So that's why when you put things in the spreadsheet and you are consciously, doing it, is different. It's different. Okay, so that's why I don't want you to do it because I ask you to do it. Now, please understand, you may be saying that, oh, but I don't want to buy ASTER. Yes, it's true. I am giving you a universal technique you can use for anything you want to do. It's not necessarily for ASTER. All right. If you think that this method is good, this technique is good, but you want to do it for other coin, come on, go and do it. All right. Use this method, the technique that I'm giving to you, and you just use it and do it. Okay. So that is the whole idea of what I'm doing here. I'm not forcing any one of you to buy ASTER. If you don't want, just forget about it. go and do with other coins that you like and so on. But make sure you follow the technique, all right, the recommended technique that I'm actually basically sharing with you. Okay, so that will be really great. Okay, now let's continue. Those of you who just come on board, you have to listen again, okay? You have to watch this video later on, okay? All right, great. So now, so far up to this point, okay, I believe everyone is clear. Okay, now let's move on. Okay, so now, so what we want to do is that, right? So based on what I've explained, right? Based on what I've explained, so now to simplify, what is DCA? All right, what is DCA? Now, DCA is unit cost reduction. So what happens now, right? Can you see? If I go and buy now, okay, let's say the price is $2.40, but how if in the 6 months or 3 months down the road is going to be $1? So what you are doing, you are basically averaging. And when you are averaging, your unit cost is now reduced. All right? And you smooth out the volatility. Can you see? Because price has the volatility. All right, so you are smooth out the volatility, you reduce the timing risk, and also you lower emotional stress because you don't have to time the market. So all that you are doing, all that you are concerned, you don't really care about the price. You are only care about your spreadsheet that you're going to do this on weekly, every Monday, 12 p.m. I'm going to buy this amount. That is it. Close your laptop and wait for next week or wait for next day. Up to you, right? So can you see how easy things is when you have a proper system established? Okay, so you can see in this example, right? So you can see in this example, we have the price and also the quantity of ASTER, right? So when it's 2.4, the quantity of ASTER I acquire is 4.6. But when the price is 1.9, I got more ASTER. You see, when the price is higher, you got less ASTER. When the price is lower at $1, I got 10 ASTER. Can you see that? So this is brilliant. Okay, that's why DCA is powerful. All right, now if you buy ASTER at $2.40, let's say you have $100 and you go and buy one shot. If you buy one shot, you're going to pay $240. But if you do DCA, okay, you would have only paid about $192. Can you see that? So that's the beauty of having the DCA in place, because your unit cost is actually reduced. Okay, so this is just to give you a quick summary, right? What is DCA all about? Because today I don't have time to go through in detail the basic of DCA and so on, but this is good enough. This will help you to understand much faster, because I'm combining the application with the definition of the DCA itself. Okay, all right, great. Now, okay, how to acquire? How to acquire? Are you guys ready? Are you guys ready? How to acquire? I'm going to show you some practical guide. All right, you can use this guide later on, to set up your wallet, to acquire, and so on. Okay, so any questions before I proceed? Let me see. Okay, any questions before I proceed? I hope everything is clear here. Okay, if there's no question, then let's proceed. Okay, this will be the last part of it. We're going to buy ASTER. Are you ready to buy ASTER? All right, so let's buy some ASTER. Okay, so now important reminder. Okay, use a separate dedicated wallet for long term if you want to hodl. Okay, hodl or hold asset for ease of management and tracking of your portfolios. Okay, now ensure private key or recovery phrase is written down and you store it safely for future retrieval of the wallet. In case your phone is missing or whatever, right, you can retrieve back your asset. Please do not disclose this private key or recovery phrase to anyone, because anyone who has that, they can have access into your wallet and so on. Okay, so now the first thing that you need to do, okay, is basically set up a trust wallet. Okay, now you can set up other wallet, okay, but I'm just sharing with you the wallet that I'm using, and for me, Trust Wallet is a practical wallet, easy to set up. All right, so you just have to visit this website and you will see at the top there, download. Now, why am I asking you to visit the website? Because I don't want you to go to Play Store or Apple Store and then type in Trust Wallet. You might highly likely may not get the correct, Trust Wallet. So the best thing to do is always visit the site. So if you go to the site, let me see if I can access the site here. So if you go to the site, all right, so this is the Trust Wallet site, and I think you will see the download. There are many downloads there, or you can just go and click download. It will automatically detect, what kind of, a device you are using, Android or whatever. So then it will suggest you, okay, it will actually bring you to either Apple Store or Play Store directly. Okay, so that's the first thing that you need to do. All right, so once you have downloaded, all right, once you have actually downloaded, what you can do, just a moment. All right, so once you have downloaded, what you will have basically like this. Okay, so this is how, let me get back to my slide first. Okay, so that's the first thing that you need to do, right? So if you have to download, you can visit the site now and just go ahead and download it. If you are not able to do it now, don't worry. You can do it later, because I'm going to just basically share step by step how to get it done. Okay. All right. Okay. Now, once you have already, downloaded the app, into your device, you need to add the token. All right. So we have two tokens here you need to add. One is ASTER, the other one is USDT. Okay, so this is how it will look like. All right, I'm going to guide you through. Okay, so don't worry. Okay, I'm going to guide you through. Okay, so don't worry. Okay, so now please understand. Okay, always understand the token has a network or protocol. Like this, ASTER is actually a BNB smart chain. All right, so you must be very clear the chain that is being used. So they are BNB smart chain. So it means you need to make sure your ASTER is BNB smart chain. Your USDT is BNB smart chain. Can you see that? So if I go to my, I'm going to show you the Trust wallet that we have already downloaded. Now I want to create a new wallet. Okay, but for you guys, I think you will not have any wallet yet. It will be a defaulted wallet. So what I want to do here, right? I want to go and create a new wallet. So here at wallet, so I'm going to create a new wallet. Okay, so once you click that, immediately you will see create a secret phrase. Okay, so go and click create secret phrase. So I'm showing you step by step. Okay, step by step. So now it says fund your wallet, right? So you can actually tap this, all right, and go here, right? But before you do anything, right, I want you to get back. I want you to get back again to your wallet. Get back to your wallet. See that this is, I have a new wallet here, okay, which is called my main wallet 8. So I click the three dot here. Click the three dot here. And now I want to change the name of this wallet. So the name of this wallet, let me put ASTER Wealth. Okay, example. Okay, ASTER Wealth. So now, thereafter, you go and do the backup. All right, you tap the backup manually. Okay, don't have to do cloud. Do manually. Go and click backup. All right, and authorize this. Okay, so then make sure you read. Can you see that? The secret phrase, unlock your wallet. Trust wallet does not have access to your key, and don't save this in any digital format. So make sure you click that you understood, and then you continue. So once you continue, can you see that? This is the phrase. Now you are seeing my phrase, right? So please make sure you don't reveal this to anyone. All right? You are seeing my phrase is fine, because I will delete this later on. All right? So if you use my phrase, you can actually access to this wallet. Okay? So please understand that. Okay? So please be very, very careful. So now you need to do a manual backup. So you must write down all these things. Okay, make sure you write it down in the piece of paper. So normally what I do, I will write down in the piece of paper and keep it. I will also actually write in the Excel, and then I will save it into my pen drive. Can you see that? So I have a return. I also have a pen drive which is offline. Please don't ever screenshot, send an email to yourself. Don't do all this nonsense. Okay, because you can compromise your wallet. And also, if you are doing this, let's say you are sitting down in a cafe, be careful of the CCTV behind you, and so on. Make sure no one or no eyes is actually looking at you when you are doing this. All right. So what you need to do, you need to do the manual backup. Okay. So once you have already done the manual backup, make sure you keep this. All right. Make sure you keep this, and then you can do whatever you want with the wallet. You don't have to really worry. Because why? If you lose your device, then you can recover back. All right. Just now we create new wallet, right? Do you know at the bottom there is recover? You can click recover wallet and key in your phrase, and you can actually retrieve back all your assets. Isn't that awesome, right? Okay, great. So make sure you do that, and then you tap continue until you complete the whole process. Okay, simple, right? Straightforward, right? Maybe let me just do that. Do that so that you guys have the detail here, right? So let's do that. So you tap continue, and then you see that it will now ask you to answer the correct question. So what is the word number 1? Okay, so you know, right, just now, right? So make sure you write it down 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way to 12. So thereafter, they will ask you to match that. So I want to select each of the number. Word number 3, word number 9, and word number 12. All right, and I confirm. Okay, so once you have confirmed, make sure to save. Okay, click save. Okay, that is it. So now you will see, right? I have a wallet here, ASTER Wealth. That is my wallet. Okay, and I'm currently in my ASTER Wealth. Do I have the coin? I don't have any coin. It is now empty. All right, it is now empty. Okay, great. Now let's get back to our presentation. Okay, so now I need to add these 2 tokens, right? I need to add these 2 tokens because currently my wallet is empty. All right, so how do I add the token, right? So I need ASTER BNB Smart Change. I need USDT BNB Smart Change. Now, for the ASTER, right, you have to be very careful because normally when a new token is introduced, all right, you need the contract address. All right, so please make sure, okay, critical to verify the contract address from the valid source to avoid fake token and fall victim to scam. So if the project still don't have a contract address, please don't participate until they have a contract address and you can verify that address is from a valid source. Can you get me? So in this example, right, please understand ASTER is a project from Binance. So what you can do, right, to verify, you can actually go to Binance. Let me see if I can go to Binance. You can go to Binance, and Binance have an announcement page, right? In the announcement page, can you see new crypto listing? So what normally I will do, I will go and search, let's say ASTER, right? I want to search for ASTER. Okay, so now you can see Binance Future will launch, ASTER, whatever, so, right? So now I have ASTER here. I just want to click this ASTER. I'm going to click this, and it brings me here. Now you can see if I go down, you see ASTER, and this is the contract address. Can you see that? This is the contract address. So now I know for sure, okay? I know for sure that I have the correct contract address. Okay? I have the correct contract address. So this is important, okay? Please, okay? This is where people make a lot of mistake. And then you see a lot of fake ASTER token, and they go and buy those tokens, and then suddenly in rug pull, they lose everything. All right, so you have to verify, most important, the contract address. Okay, so now let's get back to our presentation. Okay, so here, right, you can see check Binance announcement for new token listing. Now this is for Binance. If it's Coinbase, you go and check from Coinbase. Okay, make sure the contract address is correct. All right, and the other thing is that for this ASTER, we already got the contract address. You can also verify the coin market cap. So how do you verify? You copy the contract address. You copy the contract address, and then you go to coin market cap. Now this is very important, okay? Because in coin market cap, Okay, in coin market cap, right, you will see like this. When you go enter the coin market cap, this is how you see. See that? There is so many things that you don't know what is what. Okay, so what you do, you see a search there, right? You see a search, look for the search there, and then you paste the contract address. Let me go and get the contract address. Copy that. You go to and paste that contract address here. Now, when you paste, right, you see what will happen is that, automatically, right, you will see ASTER will pop up. You see that? Do you see another ASTER there? So be careful. So what I do, you click this ASTER, and now you will get all the information about ASTER. All right, all the information. So now, what do you do is that you will see, right? Let's populate. You will see, go down there, you see their contract address, right? Confirm that once again. See that contract address. And here you see this logo is a BNB chain. All right, you confirm the contract address. See that? So the website is there, and then you also have the Telegram, the X, the Telegram. So all the link to the social media is there. So make sure you join the social media so that you get all the updates, what is taking place, and so on. Okay. All right. I hope this is clear. Okay. Now let's get back to our slide. Only the recording will be made available. Okay. PowerPoint, no, right? So you can refer to the recording later on when we put in the group or the YouTube channel. Okay. Make sure you join JD Export YouTube channel. Okay. So these are very important thing. All right. The contract address is the key, guys. Don't make a mistake with the contract address. Okay. Because if the contract address is mistake, everything is gone. All right. So don't make a mistake. If you are not so sure, make sure you check with somebody, right, to confirm that and so on. Okay, so now we want to add the token. All right, we want to add the token. So we go back to our Trust Wallet. Okay, now you need to follow the step, okay, carefully, okay. So now how to add the token? You see Manage Crypto, right? Tap Manage Crypto. And here you see there is a lot of token. If you go and just put, let's say, ASTER, right? Now you see there can be other ASTER. So that is where you have to be very careful. All right, so what I normally do, you see a plus button on the right corner, tap the plus button, and here you see they will ask you the network. So the network will be BNB, select BNB Smart Chain, and then you paste the contract address here. See that? Now you see it will populate ASTER symbol and so on, and you import. That is it. See that? Now I have ASTER added into my wallet. Okay, awesome. Now I need another one, right? I need to add I go back again, then I need to add USDT, right? USDT BNB. So go to network, look for BNB. See that? Now it will populate. Okay, now you look for USDT, this one, okay? This one. Can you see that? This one. All right, this one. Okay, now you will have the two things here. Can you see that? ASTER and USDT. That is it. Okay, clear? So this is how you add the token. So if you want to add XRP, you can also add XRP, right? As I mentioned to you, you just go to Manage Crypto there and look for XRP. XRP is easy because it's already there. It's a top 3, right? So you see number 1 is XRP. So you can add XRP. Just make sure to add that if you want to. Okay, now I don't want to add. So let me just remove that. Okay, so our focus now is only these 2 tokens. Okay, okay, great. Now I have already completed the second step, which is adding the ASTER token and also USDT. I also actually included the icon here, right? So that you don't make mistake. Can you see that? USDT, BNB Smart Chain, ASTER, BNB Smart Chain, right? So that you don't make mistake, right? Now let's proceed to the third. Okay, now before we proceed, right? I just want to highlight to you, okay, one important thing, right? See, Step 3 and step 4 is only required for new token that has not been listed in the centralized spot exchange. In case it's listing, right, it is listed, user can acquire the token from their exchange, like Bitget.Binance. And then you can send the token directly to Trust Wallet for holding purpose. Okay, because at the moment, right, I don't see this token is available in the spot. I don't see. So if you go to the trading here, right, trade, and if you go to the spot and you put ASTER, you see that I don't see ASTER is available there. All right, so there is no ASTER there. So at the moment, right, they actually prevent from spot trading because they don't want people to go and dump ASTER there. If that happened, then the price comes down, right? So that's the reason why it is not available there. So that is the reason why we did what we did, okay, earlier. Okay, please understand that. If it is there, then it is easy, right? It is easy. You can actually go and buy from the exchange itself. Okay, so currently it is not there. Okay, so but for futures trading, you can actually do. All right, futures trading, it is possible. Okay, all right, now let me just get back to the slide. Okay, so please understand that. Okay, that is the meaning of this. But even if you buy in Bitget or you buy in Binance or whichever exchange, make sure you send the coin back to your Trust Wallet. Okay, what I'm trying to say is that don't mix your investment portfolio with your tradings and so on. Okay, don't mix that, because if you mix, then you will be tempted to actually convert it to USDT later on. So you don't want to be tempted to do that. So always keep it separate in a Trust Wallet, a separate dedicated wallet. Okay, understand? Okay. All right. Now, so step 3, we need to send USDT to your Trust Wallet from the exchanges. So that's why we just now created or added the USDT, right? Because we need to. So what you need to do, you copy the receipt address from your Trust Wallet for USDT, and then you get to your preferred exchange and send the USDT over to your Trust Wallet. Let's do that, okay? So I'm going to go back to my Trust Wallet. So here, right, I'm going to tap on the USDT, and you see receive, right? Tap on the receive. So you copy this address, and then now you go to the exchanges. Okay, so if you go to your Bitget, right, you can either use the app or you can use your browser. So I'm just going to go to my spot wallet. Okay, go to your spot wallet, because this is where you have your USDT, right? So you can see the USDT. I want to withdraw this amount, and I'm going to basically select USDT. And here, right, you see BNB Smart Change, right? Automatically, yeah, they got us. So make sure it is a BEP Binance Smart Chain, because there are many other networks. Can you see that? So BNB is a zero fees. So you can use a BEP20, and then you paste the address here. Okay, so once you paste the address, then you can proceed next. Okay, click next. So here you decide, say minimum is $10, right? So I'm going to send, let's say about, let me do about $20 then. Okay, $20, and I'm going to basically withdraw this amount. Okay, confirm that. And then make sure you put your fund code. And then check your email. Okay, and then key in your Google Authenticator. Okay, I'm just doing live, okay, making sure that you have all this information so that you have the detailed steps. So you confirm. So that is it, okay? That is it. So now we will wait, okay? We will wait for this withdrawal to take place, okay? It will basically go straight into my Trust Wallet. So once I have that amount in my Trust Wallet, then I can actually proceed to purchase or acquire the ASTER token. I'm going to show to you how to do that live, right? Okay, great. So once the USDT arrive, right, you need to proceed to step 4. You swap the USDT to ASTER. That's all. Simple as that. Okay, simple as that. Okay. So let's just wait, for this fund to arrive. Okay, I'm just going to check. Normally, it will be quite fast. I think about less than 5 minutes or 10 minutes. The fund should arrive, okay, in your wallet. Okay, I think it should be in. Yeah, you can see that, right? Okay, now, everyone, okay, please, okay, draw your attention here. So now I have a $20 here, right? $20 here. So what I want to do is that I want to swap. You see that? So once you already have your fund deposited, you just go and click swap. So I want to swap USDT from USDT into ASTER. So go and look for your ASTER. See that ASTER is there, right? So tap ASTER. Now you see, right? Confirm, okay? USDT BNB Smart Chain, ASTER BNB Smart Chain. And I want to go, let's say, right? I want to buy $20. So I go maximum, and then it will populate. For $20, I will actually get about 10.47 because currently the price is around 1 point something, right? 1.93 or something, right? So I tap continue. So it will ask me to approve. All right, you need to approve. And once you approve, it will then show you the swap, right? So just wait for the approval. See that? So now you confirm. You see the fees, right? Is free, guys. I'm buying this for free. Okay, so confirm the swap. Okay, great. So now you see I have done this. I'm going to go back and check my ASTER. See that? Now I will see I have an ASTER here. Can you see that? I have an ASTER here. So you just tap. I got 19.92 ASTER and I bought it when the price is now at $1.89. Okay, isn't that good, right? So the price has come down. So that is basically, how you actually purchase. Just a moment. That is how actually you purchase the your token. Simple, right? Straightforward. Now, if it is basically already available in Binance or in, let's say, in BitGet, you don't need to actually send the USDT. You can actually send the ASTER directly. So to send the ASTER, you just tap ASTER and you click the receive address. You see that? You use the receive address and you send to this address. It will automatically then populate in your wallet. Okay, simple, right? So that is basically how you acquire the complete step-by-step process, how you basically acquire ASTER. Okay, so at the moment you can see the price has come down. The price has come down. You can go to CoinMarketCap. Let me go to the CoinMarketCap and see, right? The price has been coming down. There's some correction taking place. So, but the thing is that you are not really concerned about the price. If today you buy is $1.90, okay, tomorrow can be different. It doesn't matter, right? It doesn't matter, okay? If you are doing weekly, the price can be different. But so far, the highest price, right, it has actually already hit about $2.41. That's the highest price. The lowest is around $1.95. It is now around $1.90. All right, so this statistic will be updated. Can you see that? So you can start to buy anytime you want to. Okay, anytime you buy to, but make sure that you have your spreadsheet ready. So when you want to buy, just make sure that you put all this information into the spreadsheet so that you have a clear record, of each of the activity of the purchase that you are actually doing. Right? I think that is the most important thing if you ask me, right? Because you want to be able to know the detail. But at the end of it, the concern will be how many token you actually have. That is the concern, right? So that is the most important thing. Okay. All right. Let me see any questions. Okay. After ASTER, do you have other recommended? Now you can see, right? I gave you the 3 competitor, right? Even if you go and do DCA for the 3 competitor, you can. But I think probably hyperliquid may not be the one. You can do the advantage, because advantage is Coinbase. What to say? ASTER is Binance, right? They are competitors. Okay, and also the price is currently low. So if you ask me, right, there are probably more growth potential for these 2 tokens. And the other one is that I also shared with you, you can do for XRP. Okay, now if you ask me, right, ASTER, Advantage, these are short term. Okay, short term to mid term. I think XRP will be a long term, right? Will be a long term, because there's going to be ETF, there's going to be a lot of things. One day, I believe XRP we will also become part of the reserve currency. There is huge potential with this XRP coin, right? But BTC and Ether, right? It is already like at the top now, so you will only have diminishing return. But if you ask me, XRP has more potential because the price has not really actually tested yet, because of all the challenges they went through, right? But now with the new SEC, with the SWIFT, also doing testing, and a lot of the banks are interested, to use XRP and also the USD, right? Their stable coin and so on. I think there's a lot of potential for XRP. Okay, so that's another coin. XRP can be a long term, like 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. You can continue to hodl. You can continue to buy smaller amount and continue to keep. Okay, all right. Okay, great, awesome. Okay, guys, I hope you were blessed with this special session. Okay, just need to make sure, guys, the problem with so many people or so many is that they got a wrong contract address, then they buy the wrong token, they didn't do proper, analysis, comparison, they don't understand the tokenomics, so these are the reason why a lot of people actually fail. And the other thing is that, you see, please understand, DCA means you are only, if you want to buy one shot, you need a lot of money. So if you do DCA, right, example, let's say, come on, if you have $2 every day and you can just buy $2, every day for the next 3 months, that is beautiful, right? Or if you don't have, then you say, okay, I want to do $5 every week. It doesn't matter. Can you see that? So you are breaking down the big elephant into a small pieces, and DCA able to actually help you to manage. And on top of that, you don't have the risk of buying. Come on, guys, imagine, right? Last week I introduced, 2 or 3 days ago, the price was $2.40. Today the price is $1.90. Can you see? If you bought 3 days ago, you might get lesser ASTER, right? Today you might get more ASTER with the same amount, with the same, with the same US value, right? You see that? So that is what we want, right? So now the average will no longer be $2.40 or $1.90, right? The average probably about $2.20. Can you see? You are basically reducing the average cost by doing the DCA. So in this manner, when the market actually reverses and the price goes up, your gain will be much greater than those who bought at $2.40. You see that? So this is the reason why DCA is powerful. Okay, but you must do it correctly. You must fix the amount. You must do so in this manner. You have to be disciplined. All right, you cannot miss your DCA. Be disciplined and keep doing it. You will see a great result. I can assure you. All right, you will see a result at the end of that DCA. As long as the coin that you have selected is a proper coin, guys. Don't go and select all these shit coins, and so on. You don't need to do DCA for shit coins. Okay. Coin that has tokenomics, that has fundamental, that you think that they have an ecosystem for a long term. That's why, like, decentralized perpetual is all long term. People are going to trade that. Institutions are going to trade that for years. You look at Binance, right? Binance has been around for many, many years, guys. Okay, so they've been around for 8 years. So these are not like, fly by night. So don't go and do DCA for the meme coins. Forget about it. Okay, Dodge is good. I think you can do DCA for Dodge because Dodge is now also going to be part of ETF, right? So these are the mother of meme coins. Dodge is the mother, so you can go for it. But the rest of the meme coin, just forget about it. There is no proper tokenomics, no proper ecosystem for those kind of coin. Okay, that the Dodge, they got an ecosystem, they got a community, and all those things. So look for coin that has a stability, sustainable for the long term. Okay, so that is very, very important. Yes, Aruna, please unmute yourself.
Yes. Good day, sir.
Yes, good day to you. God bless.
Can you hear me, sir? Please, I just want to ask a very simple question.
Yes.
My question is, can somebody buy it in an exchanger?
Exchanger at this moment, I don't see you can buy it from the spot. But if you want to wait, you can wait until they list in the spot to actually buy the coin. Okay, you can wait. But the thing is that even that, right? It is always good for you to have your own decentralized wallet, such as your Trust wallet, so that you can keep ASTER not in the exchanges but in your own wallet.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, all right. So if you want to wait, you can wait, guys. We just don't know what will be the price. Okay, we just don't know what will be the price. But that is a very good question, right? Because some of you might find it like, I want to set up a wallet and so on, difficult, and so you just want to find a shortcut and wait for the exchanges. So you can do that. You can wait until it is listed in the spot if you want to, all right? But if you really want to learn the technique of setting up your wallet, having your own custodial wallet, and you feel proud about it, I think this is the whole process of it. Okay, step-by-step process. Okay, great. Any other questions? Any other comments? Any other inputs? Any other things that you guys want to know before we adjourn today's session? Yes, Titus, please unmute yourself.
Okay, Doctor, good afternoon. It's nice to be here again today. Okay, so I'll go straight to my question. You've been mentioning Trust Wallet. Okay, so someone like me, I used MetaMask to keep my token off a decentralized exchange. So I don't know if you could explain what the difference might be between two of them in terms of security, safety, and any vulnerability.
I don't see any differences, but I think MetaMask sometimes is not really compatible. Like, I think XRP, you will have a problem using MetaMask. And also, right, honestly, I am not a fan of MetaMask because MetaMask has been compromised before and so on. So I'm not really a fan, and MetaMask is a little bit complicated for new people. So if you ask me, right, Trust Wallet for me is something that I use, or you can use Exodus, but Exodus, sometimes certain coins are limited, okay? Or you can use SafePal. SafePal is another wallet too, okay? But for me, I've been using Trust Wallet for years, so it's easier. And also because Trust Wallet, I can have multiple wallets, multiple sub-wallet, right? So sometimes I have a wallet for my son, for my daughter, for my wife, so that I can save and do DCA, crypto for them. So, and also it's easy, very practical, easy to manage, through the apps and so on. So, yeah, that is my choice. Okay. So, if you are using MetaMask, I think it's good. The wallet is quite safe and so on. But the thing is that I'm not really a fan of MetaMask. Okay. So, these are basically, cold wallet, right? These are basically custodian wallet. That means it's a decentralized wallet. So you don't need to really worry. Okay. So, yeah, I don't find any issue. Some people, they use Ledger and so on. You can use Ledger and so on, but make sure, guys, you keep update the software. You make sure that you don't lose your Ledger, because all these things are risky. Yes, it's true. People say it's offline. And I think all those things is just nonsense, because at the end of it, there are a lot of bugs, there are a lot of problems. Ledger is having challenges. I can see they have been sending, notification to people about their ledger being compromised and so on. So nothing is safe there. All right, nothing is safe. The only thing that is safe, make sure you have a decentralized, a custodial wallet. Custodial means only you are in control. You have the private key, which is your recovery phase, and make sure don't ever disclose or compromise this recovery phase. That is the most important thing. Okay, so the rest of it is fine. I've been using Trust Wallet for years. I don't find any problem. I've been using Exodus for years. I don't find any problem. I used to use blockchain wallet, right? Any one of you heard that? Blockchain wallet. I think so. It's a blockchain, right? Yeah, I had a problem. That was my early years, okay, in crypto. Early years, 2009, 2010. Okay, I lost some of my asset actually. Okay, but Trust Wallet, I'm okay. But also Trust Wallet, you can connect to the Web3 and so on, right? So it's actually quite, for me, quite convenient. Okay, so, but nevertheless, if you're using other wallet, just explore, okay? Just explore how to go about it. There are a lot of lessons in the YouTube. I think the YouTube, you can find MetaMask and all those things. So just go and learn, okay? But today, I'm just giving you a hands-on session how to use your Trust Wallet, okay? I hope you guys are happy with it. Okay, great. I hope I responded well to that question, okay, Titus? Okay, great. Any other question, guys? Any other input, comment, any other thing that you want to say? I hope you are blessed, okay, with today's session. Now, please understand, okay, what I'm sharing with you is universal. You can use this method for anything that you want to do, especially when it comes to DCA. Okay, the only thing is that make sure that when you have a plan, you make sure you comply to it. You have the discipline, make sure you comply to it. Follow through your plan. The problem with so many people, why they cannot create wealth, they cannot follow through. That's the problem, right? They cannot follow up. They cannot follow through. They give up halfway. All right. So if you can really follow through and follow the plan that you have, I believe, all right? I believe, come on, guys, some of this token has bright futures, all right? Has huge future, okay? All right. Okay, if there is no question, any other questions, guys? Any other thing that you want to ask me? Okay, you're most welcome. Thanks for all those compliments and the kind words, and those questions that have been put up in the chat. That is really awesome. Okay, great. If there is no question, then look forward for this recorded video. I have to do some editing, and thereafter this video, I will put up the... yes, Obong, please go ahead. Unmute yourself.
Doctor, please confirm you can hear me.
Yes, I can hear you. Go ahead.
Sorry, my network is really bad today. So I will really look at the recording. I really appreciate you sharing this, because personally I was thinking how I'm going to start getting the ASTER, but with what you are showing us now, it's good. And on the JDX board and Copy Master also, we really appreciate what is going on there. Please, let's stay focused. We'll all give you the support that you need. Really appreciate what you are doing. God bless you. God bless the team. Thank you.
Okay, great. Thank you so much, Obong. Truly appreciate those compliments and the kind words. Yes, guys, just make sure to go through the step by step. Okay, I already provided the step by step. Just want to make sure that you have that, because I believe these are the challenges that most people are facing. They don't have they don't have someone who can guide them or mentor them. So they make a lot of blunders along the way. Sometimes just by sending to the wrong address, you can lose your asset. Okay, so just make sure that you confirm everything, right? Don't proceed until you confirm 2 or 3 times. Okay, just make sure you confirm, because this is your asset. Okay, and sometimes I send smaller amount first, just to confirm it goes to the right address, before I send a bigger amount. So yeah, just make sure, okay, you check everything before you do so. Okay, all right. I appreciate those of you. I think some of you probably this is your first time coming on board, or probably this is your second time or the third time. But I hope that you know how sincere we are in equipping and empowering you. Okay. Now these are the things that some people you can't find elsewhere. All right. There's no one actually wants to do, because today is not an AMA session, right? It's just a special session that I created that I thought that maybe this is good if I can put these things up, especially when the time is right, right? When the time is right, okay? Now, please understand, guys. I think I did put up, right? I did put up in the group and I mentioned, right, that wasted time is worse than wasted money, all right? So it is not about the money. Some people think, oh, I lose my money, and so it's not about risking your money. You risk your money, you lose your money, is fine, because you can regain it back. But if you waste your time, you cannot recover that time back. So don't waste your time. Some of the people are regretting after 50 years old. They are learning what you are learning now at 30 years old. So don't underestimate what you are learning, and also don't underestimate the time that you have, because please understand, the only thing that God has given and everyone has the same amount is the time. You don't have 25 hours a day, even though you sleep late. Everyone have 24 hours, that is it. So this time is scarce, is limited. So what you do with this time is called an accountability to God. Okay? So you decide what you want to do with this time. But don't worry about the money, right? The money will come. The money, yes, you can lose your money. You can regain it back. No problem if you know how to use your time. Yeah? So this is very critical, right? So that's why sometimes when you have the opportunity, you must plan well. That's why I gave you the strategy, because I don't want you to waste your time, guys. So in order to actually utilize the time effectively, you need a strategy. You need a spreadsheet. So now you are focused. Other people are not focused, right? You are focused. Every day, every week, or every month, you are focused because you have a goal, you have a strategy that you are going after, right? So you are more focused. Now, please let me tell you something, guys. This is what God will answer you, not even your prayer. You can pray, you can have, fantastic word in your prayer. Nothing else that matter unless your prayer is put into action. That the moment you put into action, God will then supply the rest, right? So this is the important. That's why if you have the vision, you will have the provision. So if you have the vision, you have the strategy, you have the plan, God will give you the provision. Don't worry about it. So don't ask for provision, but you don't have a vision. What for? Even I'm a father, I will not bless my son. He asking me, but you don't have a vision. If I would give to him, he will waste everything that I'm going to give to him. Am I right? It's the same thing, guys. Don't ask God for, I want $1 million. And God is asking you, where is your plan? What is your vision? What you want to do with it if I give it to you? You don't have nothing. God said, thank you so much. Until you have, then I will bless you. That's why sometimes you don't even pray. Just when you have the vision, suddenly you see all the provisions are given. Okay, so this is important. Okay, that's why what you do will attract the heaven. Okay, what you do will attract the universe, will attract things that unseen is attracted in what you are doing. Okay, so please make sure that you know what you are doing. Okay, because that attracts a lot of things. Okay, it can attract blessing. It can also attract the curse. Okay, so do the right thing, because the right thing will open up great things, okay, for your future. Okay, so I hope you guys understand what I'm trying to say. Okay, wasted time is worse than wasted money. Right? Many people worry about losing $100, $200, but they forgot it is the time. That's why we don't have much time, right? The rate of return is very important. The speed of return, the rate of return is the definition of wealth creation. The faster the speed or the rate of return, right, is very, very important, right? So I'm not saying that you must join a Ponzi scheme to earn faster money. No, I'm talking about rate of return. If you used to make $1,000 every month, can you find a way to make $1,000 every week? That's called the rate. Instead of monthly, now you are earning the same amount weekly. Now let's go further. If you can make $1,000 weekly, can you challenge yourself, acquire the skill that is needed and so on, and earn $1,000 daily? That is the rate. So now your rate of return, rate of income, rate of, is now daily. Come on, guys. You are going to, if you earn weekly, that is like 4x, right? 4x of your monthly. If you earn daily, that is 30x of your monthly. Now let's go further. Can you now acquire some other skills, challenge yourself, get a mentor, whatever, right? And now you move from daily to hourly. Can you make $1,000 every hour? Now, if you think like this, then your life will never be the same. You can't even sleep because you are finding ways how to increase the rate of return. Can you get me? These are the things that you don't hear, right? These are the things you don't hear because our parents are programmed to, to tell us you need to study hard. Okay, you have to go to school, and once you already get a great results, make sure you find a job and you get a monthly salary. So everyone has been programmed monthly, right? And then you go and pay your mortgages and so on, but the interest is calculated on the daily basis. Come on, guys, you are dead. If the interest is calculated daily and you have to pay monthly, you are dead. So if you want to override the system of this world, if the interest rate is daily, you have to earn hourly. Can you understand me? Or else you are dead. So if you have to pay the bank after 30 days, you got nothing. But if you are earning every week, you are earning 4 times. You can take 1 week and pay off everything, right? Pay off your debt, pay off your expenses, right? You still got 3 weeks income for yourself and for your family. So the faster you earn, the speed, the rate of return, the faster you can get out of debt. The moment you are out of debt, all the money belongs to you, your family, your community, right? Now you will have bigger saving. Now you can allocate, for investment. Now you can multiply your investment. Come on, guys. It's a different way to think. Don't get to your work. This is the problem of job, right? Because job keeps you inside that job. Now you have to think about paying debt. So you are working day after day thinking how to pay debt the next month. Can you see that? You are spending the next month money this month and working for next month this month. Come on, what life is that? Okay, what life is that? Okay, so I'm just trying to challenge you guys. Okay, so a wasted time is worse than the wasted money. Okay, I will rather waste my money to learn, to get a mentor, all right, rather than I'm wasting my time and waiting for 10 years to learn. Can you see that? So this is the problem of the younger generation today, right? This is also the regret of many older generation who have spent 50, 60 years and now they realize things can be done faster. Okay, so with that, I hope that you are blessed, not only with the, with the tutorial, with the session, but I hope you are blessed with this last, the last message, right, that I shared with you is very, very important, very, very critical. If you just understand the rate of return, guys, that is the key to wealth creation. All right, how the speed of earning is the key to your wealth creation. If you are satisfied with your job, with the 30 days salary, you are dead. You are dead because you cannot supersede your expenses. To only do that is you have to either, borrow money to pay off all your debts, but you still have to pay that to somebody, or you find a way how to increase, how to speed up your earning. The rate of return is critical. Okay, so I hope that is clear. I hope that is really helpful for you guys. Okay, think about it. Okay, think about it. Today is what? Thursday, right? Sit down Saturday, Sunday, go through this video again. Think about what I'm trying to tell you. Have a plan, have a vision, because when you have the vision, God will give you the provision. Okay, so when you have the provision, that is it, guys. Anything that you want to do, you can actually get it done. Okay, so I hope you are blessed, okay, with this insight. God bless you all. We will catch up again next week, okay, Tuesday, for the business presentation. Take care, guys. Have a fantastic week ahead. Okay, God bless you.